Not long before the events of the Chimera, 4 space pirates are sent to the desert planet of Akiton to regain their captain's hold over Kafak Depot. Get in, restore balance, get out. A simple enough plan. Batten down the hatches, mateys. This is Will Save and the Interstellar Tales from the Extragalactic Adventure Anthology. Unknown Treasures.
Welcome back to Will Save and the Interstellar Tales from the Extragalactic Adventure Anthology. This is Unknown Treasures. I am Kevin. I am your GM. We have John playing Rolu.
That's
Will
me. Yo.
playing Termay. Kelly playing Thaddeus. And Vinny playing Chuck. I had to just say all that just to remind myself because I have a crap memory.
That was for you, not for us.
It was just for me.
Got a goldfish memory.
Welcome back, though. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Hope everyone's Will Save Wednesday is going mighty fine, or whatever day you might be listening.
Yeah, if you're listening midweek, we hope that we're recharging you. You know?
Yeah, that's good.
But what if they're listening on the weekend?
Stuff. Yeah.
Then we hope you are
weekend.
relaxing and unwinding and cuddling in your bed while listening to us. Wait.
That sounds like a...
Maybe both of you and your significant other, or sharing
Is
headphones and listening to
Is this the kind of podcast for that?
I mean,
Do you get in the fetal position?
you just get into the fetal position and cry and listen to Will Save.
Yeah, please.
As the theme plays, you just sob uncontrollably.
I mean, that's what I do. I just didn't want to assume that.
That's because you're editing it, so it's a lot worse.
That's true. I sob while editing. Yeah, that's fine.
Maybe
I
you're
sob
on a
from
long
laughter.
flight right now,
Ooh,
and
yeah.
there's some person next to you that's really annoying, and so you turned us on. Whatever the reason is, we're happy.
Yeah, exactly.
I listen to my podcast when I'm driving somewhere, when I'm doing the dishes. I try to listen while I'm doing the lawn, but the lawnmower is too loud, so I just end up listening to crappy music. And then the other time I try to listen is during work. I will put it on, but I end up having to pause and rewind constantly. So I'll get through one episode over an entire workday.
So that's I don't get how you can work with
Same.
words.
I can't. That's the
That's
problem.
really hard,
It's I'm trying to do both, and I'm but one of them is
half-assing.
priority. So I stop the podcast
Yeah.
until I have something I can.
I don't know. I feel like my brain can't process all of that, my language and the language I'm reading and the language I'm listening to all at the same time.
Yep.
I just,
I can't do
Yeah,
that.
I don't try to do that often. That's if you guys hey, listen to this episode, we need to know if we should keep in this part because we're going to cut out everything.
Yeah.
Because the stuff that gets cut out, I tell you,
It's so good.
fill a book.
So good.
if you could hear it, you really would be in the fetal
Yeah,
position.
we'll start a Patreon. You could pay for the pain if you want to listen to that.
Pay for the pain.
Would be
It's
a
the
tier.
highest tier. That's the only reason that we
Welcome
started
to the
Patreon.
suck.
Welcome to the suck. We'll
It's just a bunch of silence and us arguing over rules. And
Yep.
And us going,
Oh man, we should just take everything that we cut out, Vinny, and put it into its own track and bounce that separately.
call it the sausage track.
It's just horrible. It's just bad. Yeah,
oh,
it's
we could put it over some lo-fi beats.
oh yeah, it's kind of soothing
Yeah.
because it's
Put some vinyl on it. Yeah.
we slow it down. It's cut this, and in the background, it's like
cut this. Yeah, it's and then
Yep.
clicks, and then you'll hear a chair creak.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
hold on, we got to stop. I can't.
Guys, I'm taking a bio break. Be right back.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yep.
God, how are we gonna survive video?
The glamour of podcasting.
We're gonna make it. We'll make it work. We're gonna become more professional.
We're just going to have
I will
the
somehow-
standby technical issues the entire episode.
Not use Snapchat filters.
Will has been cycling through Snapchat
Will's done
filters.
hundreds of them. My God.
Yeah, I mean,
now he's
Shrek.
Shrek, I guess.
Yeah, he was Shrek. He was a jacked potato. He was a jacked puff
He was a
pastry.
banana when he was doing rules.
Oh, yeah, that was
explanations
cool.
and stuff.
He was a cat?
Banana.
He was a cat.
He was
I was
Flavor
mostly
Flav without the clock.
guys.
He was mostly
He
a
was
giant
mostly the
face.
smile,
Yeah.
which we shared last week.
He's
It's
Cheshire
too good.
Seth Rogen. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh my god,
It's
I
so
was,
good.
Sure, Seth Rogen.
I was replying to somebody on Twitter, and I throw up gifs all the time, and the one that came across, it was just a gif of a cat with a pirate costume on, but like the pirate, it's where the legs, like the cat's front legs are the feet of the costume, and then there's just like fake arms, and so it's just like as the cat saunters into the room on all four legs, it looks like a little pirate cat walking.
Yeah, the pirate cat meme. Yeah. He's cute.
And I just the whole time I was thinking was like, this is Thaddeus.
Oh, that's
Oh,
sweet.
you should have tagged it and
I
shared
think
it.
it's almost so
I'm saving
sweet
it,
that that's
saving
the
it for
first
this
time
day.
you've seen
This
that. That's like been around.
No, I've seen it a million times, but now
Okay, good.
I'm
now
like,
you
wait a
associate
minute.
it with
Thaddeus.
with that.
Yeah. All right, that's nice.
And I know that
like
cat's hiding dead bodies in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
It's like a bunch of dead mice attached to its back and shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is I am very curious. I'm the GM. It doesn't count because like all my character creation comes from the book. I want to know like where did you guys pull your inspiration for these four characters? I love these four characters. I love them. And we'll start with Kelly because we were talking about Thaddeus, and let's not forget like the creepy collecting body parts.
Yeah, we can't forget that.
And like experiments. What is the inspiration for Thaddeus?
Well, Thaddeus, like, it's not 100%, but the main thing for Thaddeus
Hannibal
was-
Lecter?
No, come on. He's sheer. I think like Shere Khan as portrayed in Tailspin specifically, which is different than Shere Khan. Will was like, ooh, he's like, oh wait, a minute, not
Yes.
Tailspin.
He's looking for the Shere Khan.
I love Tailspin.
Okay, so Tailspin. Yeah, the reason being
Can you explain
that like,
Tailspin for people that might not?
all right, so Tailspin.
Yeah, some of our listeners probably never even.
All
heard
right,
of it.
so here's the deal. All right, so back in like the late 80s, early 90s, the best kids cartoons ever until the recent Renaissance. There's some new good ones these days, but in the West, like the best ones ever happened at that time. And there was DuckTales, Tailspin, Chippendale Rescue
Chippendale,
Rangers.
yeah.
Tailspin is Baloo from the Jungle Book, and he's like a pilot.
Yeah.
And then like Shere Khan runs this like huge like massive like corporation, and there's also pirates in it, by the way, that like flying planes
Yeah, they're
and, like,
they're
coast around and shit.
flying pirates. They're not space pirates because they're still like in the atmosphere, but like
Yeah.
they're airships.
Yeah.
But Shere Khan like hides a lot of his vicious. You see his viciousness come out every now and again, but he tries to hide it under a layer of civility in
He's
that
passive
show.
aggressive.
And that's basically Thaddeus. He's trying to not at any point to rage out and like murder someone in the face, basically.
Got it.
That's where he comes from.
Awesome. Yeah, Tailspin is. So have you guys seen we talked about Quantum Leap before, but like there's a joke that like Baloo is the Quantum Leap of Disney because it's the same bear in Jungle Book, Robin Hood, and
that's
Tailspin.
right. What the hell?
And I think there's a couple other things wherever there's a bear
That
that
makes
appears in
sense to
Disney,
me.
it's the same bear.
This is all coming together.
He's the Sam Beckett.
Yes,
That's the name of the person.
Sam Baloo Beckett.
Sam Baloo Beckett. Amazing.
Let's go. Let's do nose goes. Who's going to go next? I missed that. I blinked.
I think it was
Okay, Vinny, where does Chuck come from? I feel like I know this one.
You do. Chuck is shamelessly ripped from Pirates of the Caribbean, the tiny monkey that rides on. Who's the first captain? The dude that's piloting the Black Pearl in the first movie.
It's Barbossa, isn't it?
Yes, Captain Barbossa.
Yes.
So Captain Barbossa's monkey, Jack. And when Jack, way to go, Jack, and Jack Sparrow climbs on, he's like, no, we named the monkey Jack. So all of the slapstick substitutionary humor.
I drew up your illustrations. I think we posted those a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I Googled Jack. I didn't know what else to Google, but I would like Google Jack from Pirates of the Caribbean, and then Jack Sparrow would show up, and I was like, that's not what I mean. Google. But yeah,
Amazing.
I know. Yeah, thank you. Will,
Yes.
I feel like you always have such a deep
I mean,
like root to your characters.
I don't have deep root anything.
Always. The roots for your characters go 15 feet 50 feet underground.
This is all hearsay.
It's not admissible.
Yeah.
The best part is his Snapchat filter right now is a growing nose, and as he said that, it wasn't showing, and he's like, "That's not true," and his nose stretched out.
Oh, the timing.
If only I had based my character on Pinocchio. Treme, well, his name comes from a mashup of ancient folklore and gods, terms being the Etruscan sort of equivalent of the Roman god Mercury, which is also Hermes. So there you go. Hermedex.
The Etruscans are an often overlooked group of people.
Yes, they are.
Very cool, though.
Yeah, I mean, like the basis of his character, I guess, is more of I'm trying to play into the sort of witchword paradigm of secretive and elusive traders, not traitors, traders.
With a D.
Traders.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's good.
It's cool.
Witchwords are so mysterious.
And you're doing a fantastic job of it. I love.
Yep.
Like I said, I love all of these characters.
And part of his role too on the ship as yeoman chief, is sort of like the messenger between the captain and not messenger per se. I guess that would be like first mate or like maybe the cob, but in some way he has a close relationship. So it's almost like terms being a messenger between people and gods.
Well, I feel like a lot of people on the ship rely on Treme for a lot of things
Yeah.
to happen.
Anyways,
Mostly for their pay.
that's
their
I guess
lead.
part of it.
Their pay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
The pay is late,
Yeah.
Thank you
They
for
know who
that.
to blame.
Will.
but it's never late, so it's fine.
The depth that you put into all your characters is so amazing, and I love it. It's always interesting.
And it's like little.
Well, just for the listener, like you guys heard episode 1, we talked about the captain. I gave like a blanket assignment to Will. I was like, hey, I'm gonna just ask you to describe the captain, and it was mostly to be what do they call it, a MacGuffin?
I don't know what that means.
Like a
Red
it was
herring.
a red herring. Yeah, it was supposed to be a distraction, and Will came back with so many questions about like, you know, what kind of captain, blah, blah, and it was just kind of in depth, and like the character he built is so evolved, and I was like, man, I just wanted you to create a voice and a name.
You can't ask me to do that.
Yeah, right.
He's
Yeah,
not.
so
He's definitely not based off of
he is
Goldie Horn, a real pirate.
full-fledged character, and we will
Definitely not.
John, we should bring him. Anyways, John,
Noted.
tell us a little bit more about Rolu.
I'm gonna pass the torch over to Kelly on this one. I want to know a little bit more.
You're punting
about-
this one?
Oh no!
Look, I'm
Well,
happy
gonna
to talk
punt
a
it
little bit
back.
about my like Rolu after he was like how I started to pull Rolu into a full character, but I'm curious where Rolu came from. Kelly.
You're going to be
'Cause-
so disappointed.
Wait, because Rolu's not technically John's character. Rolu
Yeah, that's true.
is a character that Kelly created.
I just wanted to make one quick correction though. When I just
Please.
said Gold Horn,
Please.
that's Goldie Horn is not. I don't know of any Hornigold. Benjamin Hornigold.
Hornigold. Ah, yes.
Goldie Horn was
Classic
a pirate
mix-up.
that was looking for the right ship, but the first
Yeah.
ship that she got on was too small, and the second ship she got on was too big.
The third one
like-
was just right.
The third one was just right.
Oh,
And all three of them had shitty porridge. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all they served. And
what are you
Terrible
talking
grog.
about, man?
Yeah, horrible grog. And no oranges or any citrus.
Yeah, so
Lots of
they're all-
scurvy.
Lots
Wait,
of
never
scurvy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well,
Kelly.
crap, John. Yeah, we're gonna skip John on this one and go back to Kelly.
No. We're going to go back to John in a second because, to be honest, I needed someone. I needed a friend of his to like die, basically. Like, so that was like what happened in like, the main campaign.
All right,
Yeah, I
so
needed a
write the
motivation
story,
for you.
and I
Telling
need
me
to
this
now?
now? And
The
also,
fun thing is, like, that's who. Like,
heads
I
up,
was a background.
Spoiler alert.
Well, I was spoiler alert. I was a background actor in Hollywood for a little while, and like that was my goal, was just to be like, I want an IMDb. Like that's my entry, is just like the red shirt from episode 4. I just want that cool like death, and that's what Rollo got.
Instead, he started as a young Ron. He started as a young Ron Howard, in the
Right?
movie, but
Which
whatever.
we need to have a showing
Yeah,
of
we need
this.
to watch
Yeah,
that.
we do.
Yeah.
So, basically, Rollo came entirely from my own internal universe of characters. He's not inspired by anyone in particular. All the credit for Rollo's character goes to Jon for acting him out and fleshing him out, particularly in this campaign. I only wrote Rollo's lines in the original thing in our main campaign. That was it. Nothing else. So, yeah.
Before we jump back to Jon to explain the rest, does that mean that Rollo is like an aspect of you? Or a character? Does it take on a personality from somebody in your life?
Yeah.
And you can say as we talked about last week, you can decline if you want to. We know this is a deep topic.
I haven't thought about that, Kevin.
Wait, how come I'm always hearing about this declining after I've already gone?
I told you that. You just didn't hear it.
What a good
I'm sorry,
question.
James or Jonathan
What a
or
good
whatever the
question.
his name was said it to you.
So good.
I know that like I always write stories, and I know a lot of people write stories. I've written a few stories where the main character is usually some embodiment of myself.
I could see Hears being somewhat like me, but not like Rollo. I guess that like if Hears is like me to a degree, then Rollo would be the friends that I would want to have around me. And I probably do have friends like that, so he might take some inspiration from them. Like thoughtful.
So Kelly is a
giving.
space pirate, but a benevolent space pirate,
He's mixed.
and his friends are
He's
good pirates too.
He's basically what is he? He's like lawful neutral. I can't remember. But
He's like a Benjamin Hornigold of pirates, right? You know,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Goldahorn.
Goldhorn.
All right, so Jon, what life did you blow into the balloon that Kelly gave you?
I'm actually really bad at blowing up balloons.
I gave you some soggy balloon thing.
Yeah, dude. You
Wet
gave me
with
a
my
balloon
spit.
still
and I was
wet.
like,
Yeah.
here you go, man.
Spill on it.
By the way, he's dead. Here you go.
You did.
The neighborhood kids, right? Like I live in a neighborhood with like a lot of children, and my son's only like 2, so he's always just watching the other kids. But like we went down the street and they were playing water balloons, and the technology these days, they buy their balloons from Costco. You just screw it onto the end of your hose, and you turn your hose on, and you have 20 balloons fill up.
Yep.
And you just shake them into a bucket, and they're already sealed because each balloon is on a tube of its own with a rubber
Super
band.
neat.
Have you seen the reusable water balloons?
No, it sounds
cool.
terrible.
How does that even work?
Yeah.
It's like a clamshell, and it seals around it. And
It sounds hard.
That's awesome.
no, it's flexible still, but it's got this like I don't know ring.
Yeah,
And I
when
guess
it
it's
impacts,
reusable.
it, like pops
Yeah.
open.
So I think it actually like
Like a
detonates
Pokeball.
better, right? Because as a kid, like I would always throw, if you're in a water balloon fight, you have a few duds, they bounce off people, and
Yeah.
they don't burst.
They just slap.
Well, like
Yeah.
there's a sweet spot where if you throw it too hard, it pops in your hand. If you don't throw it hard enough, it just fishes right on the face. You've got to throw it just
Slow
right.
motion,
And they raise their super soaker at you, and you're
Yeah.
at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the new the water pistols that like are
The
they like
orbs or
fire
what
like
they're called?
bullets?
Yeah. I didn't mean to
pretty
sidetrack us.
You totally sidetracked.
Have a water
I
fight,
know.
guys.
Yeah.
Water.
Look, I'll just say this about Rollo. I didn't have a lot to work with other than being Gears'.
Sorry.
No. That's not a critique. That's just that was the status of Rollo in the beginning. That's okay.
John hit him with
like
the,
I'm shitting
not
on you, but I'm
angry.
not.
I'm just disappointed.
That's not
Rollo
what I'm
was
saying at all.
an empty husk of a character, completely uninspired by it when I got him.
No. What I'm trying to say is that the single defining action of Rolu was that Rolu sacrificed a lot to come meet Piers, right? So the thing is that action alone, and then ultimately paid the ultimate price. Spoiler, if you haven't listened to episode 1 of Both Sides of the Podcast.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. You should still listen. But so what I thought was, who does that? Who does that? Especially for a Kasathan who loves, Kasathans are adventurers, but they also have a certain side of them that they love their tradition and their culture and their home. And I just thought, well, if Rolu was willing to do this, then I just wanted to explore the idea of what do you do when you have a Kasathan who maybe doesn't have a home in the conventional sense.
Okay.
Until you get to Hears. So.
Oh, okay. So Hears was like he found a home in Hears.
This is news to Kelly. Like Kelly created this character, but like Jon developed.
Yeah, he did. That was really good.
Now we're gonna see. We'll see what happens. There's plenty of game left, right, Kev?
There's a little bit of game left. Let's talk about that game. Let's play.
Let's play.
Seamless transition.
Here we go.
Back to the map. Here we go. So last week, you continued to fight the warriors, the true warriors. Sorry, true warriors.
Here we go.
There it is, and we can start.
The two Yosokis were busy fighting Kafox after they took some cover behind some junk that had Kafox in them. And the rest of you make fast work of poor Maekol. He was able to shake off the poison from Thaddeus, but he still wasn't able to hit Chalk, even though he tried really, really hard. Terme put up a good distraction by trying to trip both Maekol and Tez. And all that work, it added up very quickly, and it created a huge frustration within Tez Tronin. She stepped back slowly from the fight and then burst into a blinding light, leaving just that true warrior, Maekol, to finish the fight. And here comes the TPK. Let's get into it. So I just want to make a correction. So I did say that both Yosokis died, but actually one Yosoki was still alive, but is no longer there. So the fallout from that blast, boom, bright light. The one pile is knocked over. One Yosoki is dead. One Kafak is already dead. The other Kafak is now dead. But Tez and the other Yosoki are gone, and you don't see them.
Okay, like, is there like shadow outline there, like consumed by the sun, maybe, or like
Roll perception.
Is there an indication that they were there before?
Roll perception.
Roll perception. Rolling perception.
All of us?
Guess so. Maybe.
Whoever wants to perceive.
Whoever wants to perceive.
Yeah.
What a great. I love perceiving.
Do I still
24.
have a bonus for look alive?
Oh, I think you do. It's still within the hour, right, Kev?
Let me readjust that and say it's actually a survival check.
Okay. Survival. That's fine. Can we just roll over the rules?
Actually, roll. Tell me your perceptions real quick, and then I'll. What are you rolling rules for? You're confusing me.
24. Perception.
I got a dirty 20.
Nice.
Okay. Let me
I got a
absorb
13.
this for half a second. Chalk doesn't see shit.
7, so I'll do survival roll though.
Rough.
And you want us to roll survival separate?
I rolled a 17 survival.
Oh, nice.
After my terrible.
Okay, so after the perception you just see
Nothing.
this, like, you see the sand is spread almost evenly from a point. Like, it's very clear where Tez was standing. Almost like a bomb went off. Boom. And then
Dope.
you also notice some footprints.
Could I like recall knowledge about something like this, like life science, or
Just give me half a second on this one.
Okay.
So the perception checks saw that. The survival checks show that the footprints led off down to the south and out the entryway of the car yards. And that you saw one set of tracks lead to another, and then two sets of tracks left the car yards, is what the survival shows. Go ahead. Will alone roll me a mysticism.
Mysticism?
Yeah, or culture.
So what am I doing? Am I recalling knowledge with mysticism?
You're using culture or mysticism.
Can I also? Or is it just Will?
Just will for now.
I'm going to use culture because it's a +7. So, and I rolled a 15 for a 22.
22 is definitely high enough, and you know immediately that Tez Tronin is, in fact, you guessed it, a Solarian.
No.
Oh, no way.
No,
Yeah, you guys all guessed it from the picture, but you know now, for your characters now know, like, you know, Terme says, like, hey, wait a minute, that thing, she's a Solarian, and what she used was supernova.
Why would
Which is
she
one
use
of
supernova?
Their zenith powers. Why? Because she could. I don't.
But she...
Does she want to?
Okay.
Blind us and run away.
It's her
We
ability.
also know she doesn't care about her companions. My God.
Yeah, dude.
She like killed two of them and then like left the other behind. So.
Are we still in combat?
Just for record, she killed one of them.
Okay.
All right, well, whatever. And she left her bro behind. Look at him.
Just because I corrected that.
Yeah.
yeah.
She
And she left her
Michael
bro behind. Yeah.
Yeah, poor Michael. Let's get to that.
So we're fighting Michael right now?
You are still in combat with Michael. Oh wow. And I actually forgot whose turn. No, it's Tez. It's Tez's
So is she
turn.
gone?
That makes sense.
She's gone?
Yes,
She's gone.
She's
dude.
gone.
So she
the
supernovaed and ran out?
Yeah.
supernova. Boom. Blinding light, and she used that almost like a magician to disappear.
Yeah, just a little magic trick.
Okay.
So her and the other Yosoki darted out of there, leaving poor Michael behind.
Did they stop for kafak dogs?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, she's just like
you will have to do a survival check on your way out.
Once we talk to the Kafak dog dealer.
Which I forgot his name. I'll have to go back and look. It is now. Oh, not their turn. Not their turn. It's Rolu's turn.
It's Rolu's turn.
Rolu's
Not
turn.
expecting that.
think wisely.
I
Well,
think
it
Rolu
was
is going
the initiative
to.
order.
Wait, what?
It's just the initiative order.
It's just the numbers. The numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
Rolu's going to. You know what Rolu's going to do? Rolu's going to ready an action to shoot Michael, and is going to point the azimuth serpent laser at Michael, and is going to say, "Now is your opportunity. Take advantage of this time and surrender."
Is this a diplomacy?
Sure. Well, I used my standard action to ready an action.
Change attitude?
I actually used it to ready an action. Okay. So that's my... Because unless you let me use a move action as my diplomacy, otherwise I don't have any actions.
I'm going to say if you're going to try to intimidate or use diplomacy,
Or
that
diplome.
has to be your stamina. Yeah, if you're going
I'm
to
not gonna
diplome
do
them,
Okay.
you're not going to diplome or intimidate. You're just going to...
I'm saying that.
So
Just
you
saying
have
it.
no effect at all in this case.
You're
Just some flavor?
You're not even going to allow it just to hear. Just Michael.
I mean, he
Lewis
heard
hear
it.
Okay.
He heard it, but he's dumb.
Okay. That's on you, Michael.
Is it? What is your trigger for your action?
If Michael attacks any of us.
So Michael can't be reasoned with or intimidated. He can be
Apparently not.
intimidated, surely, right, Kevin?
Well, no. What we're saying is you can't actively intimidate somebody and change their is it perception or
Diplomacy, change attitude. When you interact socially with another creature, that creature has an initial attitude towards you.
that is a standard action though.
It
Yeah.
doesn't.
I would argue that I'm not.
It
trying
says
to
when you
change his
interact
attitude.
socially.
Yeah, I'm not trying to make him like us. I'm just trying to get him to stop attacking us.
That's a part of changing his attitude. His attitude is currently to attack.
Is his attitude currently hostile, Kev?
He is a hostile Yes, he is hostile currently. So if you want to change that,
I would argue that you can be hostile and not attack.
say that again, John. Do you want to?
A hostile creature would rather attack you either physically or verbally than civilly converse with you.
I didn't have to Google that. That's out of the book.
Okay.
Straight out of the book.
Most enemies
Will.
you meet are hostile.
Rules lawyered. Perfect. I will.
I'll be rules lawyer for you, Kev, for a moment.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Will.
Cool.
Agree
Agree to disagree. That's okay.
There's no disagreeing here. It is a standard action to change somebody's attitude, and he is currently hostile.
Okay. I'm not doing a standard action.
Here's a question for the group. Is it hostile or hostile?
It's either, but most people say hostile.
I would say
hostile.
You know what's funny? I say hostile as in that's how my attitude towards you is. But a hostile I would use as like a noun, like hostile.
That person is a hostile.
Is a hostile.
Yeah, I agree.
Interesting. Well, he is currently a hostile.
Okay.
It is now Vari's turn, and they are actually going to step back behind Rolu and keep their gun trained on the true warrior, but they are also going to hold their action.
Ready or delay?
They're going to ready because I've already moved. You can't. Delaying is delaying your full turn. Readying is readying a portion of your turn.
I mean, it still moves you in the initiative order, though.
Yeah.
They both move you initiative. Yes. So
you're changing the attitude of the initiative order is what you're doing.
No, because I'm not. Shut no. All right, Kafak 1 and 2 are dead. The tough true warrior, it is now their turn. What does he do? Let me stroke my beard some more.
Stroke it.
Stroke it real good.
Stroke it real good.
Stroke it fast.
And he's
Is that
standing
Maekol
there.
stroking his mutton chops?
Yeah, Michael's stroking his mutton chops.
Does he get a bonus to his
Maekol-
AC for those mutton chops?
Maekol has incredible mutton chops.
He has a bonus to diplomacy for sure.
He definitely does.
How do you guys spell Michael?
The way
the normal way.
the way that God intended. No, I'm just kidding.
What god? We're in the world of Starfinder.
MYKA. Oh, I don't know.
Cool. Close. I've said Maekol. KOL.
Aekol. Okay.
Yeah, that's how you spell Michael.
Maekol.
Maekol.
Mea culpa.
Michael. Anyways, I'm terrible at spelling anyways, so it doesn't matter. Michael is stroking his mutton chops. Mm-hmm. And he is going to do full defense. Is that the term?
Total defense.
Total defense.
Total defense.
Total defense.
Total D. And then he puts up a fence in front of himself.
Yep.
Total defense. So you can defend yourself as a standard action. Starting at beginning of this action, you get a +4 bonus to your armor class until the start of your next turn. You can't combine total defense with other actions that increase your AC, nor can you make attacks of opportunity while benefiting from your total defense. So, like he said last time, you guys are in a lot of trouble now. And he goes total defense. And he looks just for the listener, he is now almost kind of surrounded. He has Chalk is like at his feet. Rolu is kind of in front of him. Thaddeus is off to the left a little bit with like beelining for him. And Terme has moved up behind him. So he's almost, 3/4 of him are surrounded.
Plus there's Kafak's potentially going back that way.
Right. So he's in trouble, but he's not giving up. And he's actually going to step back once to try to just get him. He's funneling you guys into a smaller area so you're not completely surrounding him. And so he's going to move back just enough to have you guys, in a fan shape instead of a full, surrounded
Smart
shape. But he's cracking his knuckles again. And he's got his fist clenched, and he's almost bracing for impact.
Okay.
I like it.
Because he's expecting her to just pop out, again, or whatever, even though I guess she might not.
He's expecting who?
This Solarian woman. I don't know if he said like you're in trouble now. I'm expecting he expected her to like explode onto everyone or something.
Yeah, I'm
like,
just waiting for that too.
Some other
We'll see. We'll see.
Superhero move.
Yes, 14 warheads come falling from the sky, and that's the end of our game. Thank you for playing.
Woo! Should I play the thing?
Roll the credits.
He's bracing for you guys. Like he's not going to give up. He's still hostile because nobody has tried to talk him down. But he's left here alone, so that is his entire turn. He's stalwart. Is that the term?
Stalwart.
That's what I said.
Defender.
Yeah. Okay. It doesn't matter. I'm making stuff up. Moving on. It is Tremaine's turn.
What you gonna do, Tremaine?
Round number 14, I think.
Do I kill this guy or do I
You killed the last one. You might as well kill this one too.
Yeah, that's
from above.
You did defy Thaddeus's orders, right? That one time to like not kill, right? Am I misremembering?
Do we want to keep this one alive?
I think he might be useful.
Thaddeus strokes his own mutton chops and he like talks to Rolu. What do you think, Rolu?
I think we do. I'll do an actual diplomacy check on my next turn.
Yes, actually.
Well, you're delaying. Your standard action was to shoot, right? So you can't.
My ready action was to shoot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it expires.
Okay, so I'm going to
Say to him, listen here, do you feel that? Do you feel that cold about to grip your body and arrest your life function on this hot planet?
He's standing there, kind of
To
tense.
feel
He's
the
like-
cold death grip you.
He's
Lay
like,
down your arms or die where you stand.
It is 128 degrees out here, and you're asking me if I'm cold? No, I'm not.
This guy doesn't get it, man. Like he is.
this
kinda
guy
dumb.
really doesn't.
Yeah,
care.
I'm really like.
Was that a
yeah.
wait?
I was
that
going to try and
diplomacy check.
demoralize him. As a standard action, you can intimidate to cause a creature within 30 feet of you to become shaken for a number of rounds.
Wouldn't you need a roll for that?
Or sorry, bully.
Oh, bully.
This was
So what is it? Is there
What's
a save
the
for
skill?
that?
the DC of this check is equal to either 10 plus your opponent's total intimidate skill bonus or 15 plus 1 minus 1/2 times the opponent's CR, whichever is greater. That's so I have to roll a bully check, I think.
Okay, roll your bully check.
If you click on intimidate and you look at bully, you can intimidate to bully a
I
creature.
can't click on intimidate because I'm using a text.
It's page 139.
I have 142 in the pocket.
Yeah.
rulebook.
So it's your charisma modifier plus whatever intimidate skill he has. Plus 10 is the DC for Will.
Wait, what?
Will needs to make a bully check against the hill.
Yeah, I have. So why would my intimidate bonus?
So not yours. The Hilkies.
Your opponent's intimidate bonus. I don't have an intimidate bonus on my.
That's what I mean. It's your charisma modifier plus any intimidate skill he has.
Okay, so I have what I need to know. Go ahead and roll your intimidation.
26.
Woo! Yeah, that passes. I don't even know why we're reading rules. Doesn't matter.
Now I do a 1d6, I believe, to see how many rounds your attitude changes.
Times 10 minutes. 1d6 times 10, baby.
So 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Amazing.
Okay. It is now Thaddeus's turn.
Okay. So we're intimidating him, right, to get him to just stand down.
Yeah, or you could also change his attitude through a diplomacy check if you wanted to be good cop,
Yeah.
bad cop.
Yeah.
It does say you must spend at least 1 minute conversing with the creature to do a bully check.
Yeah, I have been. No? You don't think so?
Well,
I've been conversing with my weapons and spells.
I haven't shot at you yet, but I'm itching to.
I'll give that to you.
Thaddeus is far more intimidating than he is diplomatic, obviously. So then, like, he rolled an 18, and then he's like, "You're out of options. What do you say we have a nice chat?" And then he starts to like crack his knuckles with his like, claws gleaming in the sun.
You can't crack your knuckles at somebody who's already cracking their knuckles.
He's cracking his knuckles?
Go ahead
Did I
and
miss
roll
that?
that at a disadvantage.
There's no disadvantage.
I didn't know that was happening.
I'm just kidding.
Wrong game, Kev.
Roll a knuckle crack check, I think is what Kev meant to say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Like, I suppose that would be an acrobatics check.
Thaddeus has just got a nail file.
He's very
just
acrobatic.
sharpening his claws.
It's 14.
Yeah. Amazing.
Thaddeus just does like a flip in front of him like a cat does, and then like lands like very, well. And then
Lands
he's
like a superhero.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, go ahead and move Thaddeus forward.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Ha ha!
And you rolled a 14.
Yeah, it's an acrobatics check. Look what I can do. It's basically one of those things.
Look, Dad.
Okay. Let's go to Chalk now.
Intimidated.
He's in shock? Okay, great. That's awesome.
It's
You just
Chalk's
saw
turn.
some
No. I said
Desolation.
that's
You got that for
we're,
free.
We're moving
You
on to
better, like-
Chalk's. It's Chalk's turn.
Let's
Chalk.
Okay.
let's let the expert do this here. The
Right.
envoy.
Right. Chalk steps up. He lays his what appears to be his toy hunting rifle down. He says, "Dude, you're alone? Help us help you. You really need to get help." And I'm going to try diplomacy to talk him down.
Roll for it.
Change attitude.
30.
Amazing.
Nice.
30 on diplomacy. Holy crap.
Amazing.
It's a natural 20 on the die, and I have a plus 10.
Man, so like as you say that to him, you lay your gun down. As you step over, one leaf or one vine lays the gun down behind you, and your other two vines and your hands kind of pop up, and you're like, "Come on, dude, help us, help you." And you see him clenching his fists, and he kind of looks at you.
He punches him
kinda
right in the
sideways.
face.
No, he kind of slumps down and almost squats to you.
No.
And he puts his hands down and kind of lays them out for you, almost invitingly, and says like, I'm so sorry, little dude. I'm so sorry.
I got you, buddy. Chalk climbs up, gives him a big squeeze.
Are we going to be bros
He
with
pulls
this
you
guy?
closer, gives you a hug.
We have to figure out how to. I mean, I don't know if we could change his
he could
attitude
be-
for too long, but
He
maybe.
could be our Hrog,
So,
but
well,
he could
that-
actually
that's-
survive the entire
That's the difference between diplomacy and bully.
Yeah.
Diplomacy actually changes his attitude.
Right.
Yep.
Bully is just coercion under duress.
So
Right.
what did you change it to?
I mean, I
Damn
critically
it, John. Close the
succeeded.
book for a second.
Well, he So no, we did bad cop, good cop is what we did.
That was not. Yeah.
Basically.
That was not me being a douche. That was like.
I'm gonna put him in the friendly category for now because I don't feel like looking at the book and
because he
and
went
seeing what this
unfriendly
means.
from hostile to unfriendly to he just skipped indifferent, but he got a critical success, so friendly.
Sure.
I'm gonna say he's friendly with Chuck,
Yeah.
Okay.
and he's now hugging Chuck.
Yeah.
And he says like, I'm so sorry, little dude. Like I was following orders, man. Just doing what I was told.
Are we all? You should pick better people to get your orders from. I might know a crew you could be helpful to.
Yeah, a crew that won't abandon you in the middle of combat.
Exactly.
Yes,
Can we trust the cat?
agree.
I don't I don't know if I trust these other dudes. You're saying you're cool with them. Like I see that you're close, but like I don't know, man. Like
Look at it this way.
roll?
We were all defending ourselves. Now that we have a mutual understanding, let's all be amigos.
We can go get some kafak dogs down the way.
Yeah, we can all eat some lunch.
I love me some kafak dogs. That's for sure. So we're out of initiative order. You guys are now on friendly basis with this poor, tough warrior named Maekol. Again, spelled Maekol.
He's like almost dead, isn't he?
He is. Yeah, he's on the verge of death.
I'm gonna hit him with my serum of healing.
You punch him in the face with a healing serum.
No explanation at all. Just
That's our last one, but I get the impression that since we're wrapping up, like from a metagaming perspective, we might go shopping soon. I don't know.
Oh, maybe you might get attacked by. Who knows? We'll see.
Sure. He only gets 1 HP.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's
Tez
up to
comes back.
He's up to 3. Tez shoots him in the head from a distance.
Oh god, no.
Oh my god.
Cool. So, like, what is the status here? Are you guys up to leave? The Kafox, from what you can see, are dead. The car yard entrance is just around that corner. This guy's friendly with you, but he's not.
He's
he
not
might join
comfortable.
you, depending on. Yeah, he's definitely like still on edge.
Yeah.
Thaddeus just walks up next to him and says, "Let's get out of here together. But be careful. There's some more of those creatures over there. Hug the walls, eh?
What is Very 13 up to? What are they up to?
They were staying next to Rolu, and so they see this happening, but they're kind of keeping their distance because they're kind of concerned. Yeah. But you guys managed to make your way out of the car yards. You're pretty safe as you come around that corner, and you guys are watchful about where the Kafox are.
Okay. I guess we could just go.
I was
Let's go.
gonna ask, Michael, are you? We're not trying to coerce you or anything. It would be. There's an opportunity for you to leave this place, but we would like to ask you some questions if you could take some time.
What do you
and
mean
come
by
back to us.
What do you mean this place? You talking about like Kafak Depot? Like that's all I've ever known.
It's kind of the armpit of the universe, to be honest, Michael. So,
Just making fun of his hometown, huh?
It's just like Thaddeus to crap all over everything this guy's ever known.
So good.
You know, I quite like it here. The dry climate, Michael. I'm sorry we got off on the wrong foot.
Truly, external opinions notwithstanding, and he shoots.
Can I roll a diplomacy on that to maybe
just ask, have you
solidify
guys
his
all-
attitude?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna say you guys all moved towards he came with you around that corner.
Yeah.
Clearly weapons out because the Kafox are around, but you guys make it to that front gate. Are you guys still armed and aggressive?
No.
Towards him? No.
No, not at all. We're putting our weapons away, and I was going to try and roll
No,
a
we're
diplomacy check to
clearing
have
the
him
area
come talk
with
to
him,
us.
is what
Yeah.
I would assume.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to clarify that. So he's feeling more comfortable with you guys. I think what you could do at this point is convince him possibly to join the Caduceus crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you
I'd roll for that.
Send him on his way, turn him into the locals. I don't. Go ahead and ask him whatever questions you want to ask him now.
Do we need to make a diplomacy check then afterwards?
But just ask your questions and we'll move on from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
is this going to affect? Is the questions we ask going to affect his willingness to join us or not?
That depends on what you ask him. Hey man, you
well
want to
then,
give me your
yes.
toe? And you're like, fuck
Sorry.
you.
You could have just said yes, Kevin.
We're just trying to get a bearing, Kev, on how to get this dude to.
We're concerned about the well-being of everyone here at Kafak Depot, and what can you tell us maybe about this so-called
The situation.
What's the main bad dude? Do we want to directly
So
ask him?
distracted.
We had
by all
one
this stuff.
job when we came down here. and
Yeah.
None of us can remember what it was.
Yeah, I mean,
It was
I have my memory is crap, so
It wasn't
I
the
don't.
water dealer. It was the.
Man, what was his name? I don't remember.
Dotrulu.
Oh, Dotrulu.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What do you know about Dotrulu?
No, that dude. You really don't, guys. You rolled through us really well, but I just can't. I can't recommend fighting that guy. He's the size of the 4 you put together.
We understand that.
I mean, he's massive. He's scary. I've only ever seen him a couple of times. And Tez, she's intimidating as shit. You've seen her. She's got some kind of magical ability to she can actually create a sword from her hand. I don't know why she didn't chop you guys to bits. There's something she wants from you. I'm telling you, you guys are not. You're on her wrong side, and she's Dotrulu's left hand. and he's got 4 hands.
God. 4 Jedi.
Terme's gonna be like, I see, with his 4 heads.
Yeah. Rolo does a big stretch with all of
Stop showing off now.
It's so nice.
Yeah, but like
Shocks his sleeve,
his
fine.
forearms are like a lot bigger than your forearms, if you know what I mean.
Yes, and I can tell you that we're not strangers to his type, nor are we ill-equipped.
And
Hey, like if I stay here, they're gonna find me, they're gonna kill me, and I can't do that. Like,
Yes, then it's better you come with us, wouldn't you
this
say?
is why. Yes. This is why there are.
can I just ask, like what are the health benefits? You guys have childcare?
You get to live.
We have an exhaustive list of benefits. I can forward you all the documentation and go over it step by step.
Once your paperwork's in order,
Ship is pretty cool. There's some good food, you know.
Yeah.
You
Drinks,
can't pass a
things are good.
background check, right?
Plus, you'll have the backing of.
do you have any references?
There is a 30-day waiting period before you can file any claims for any medical insurance. But besides that,
There's a
it's
probationary period,
Yeah,
of course.
exactly.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought
and you
it
can
was
only
60
re-enroll
days,
once a year.
All right, well, it's
tough.
Don't miss your enrollment period, by the way.
Cool. So okay, I think you guys
Do you have Cobra coverage right now?
because you're between jobs. Like that's fine.
What's the True Warriors coverage standard now? What's the rates?
I don't actually know what coverage means.
So,
you guys-
on a scale from, say, I don't know, 1 to 20, how strong do you think we should be before maybe facing this Dotrulu?
Probably at least a level. I don't know, 3, maybe 4.
Yeah, we could probably pull
You guys
that
look
off.
like you're level 2-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I feel like you guys leave.
You're a good judge.
Yeah.
You leave the car yards, and you start walking back through the city. You guys are like, I sense that you guys aren't armed up and ready, but like
with Maekol, or did
your
he
hands
dip?
are close. Michael's with you.
That's what it is, yeah.
Yeah, he's got nowhere to go. Like if he goes anywhere else in this town, they're gonna find him.
Yeah.
All right, so we're making our way over.
Yeah, and as you,
Back
where are
to,
you guys headed?
We should probably roll stealth and sneak out through here.
Can we see a map of Kefaktipa?
Can I just ask where are you headed?
are we going back to?
I think we head back to Riddle.
To
Yeah,
Riddle?
that's the only place I can think of is Junker's Delight.
Okay, I just wanted you guys to say that. I didn't.
Okay, so we have options to go elsewhere.
I mean, you can go where the f- you want. Tabletop RPGs, you do what you want. Put you back on this map. There's a map of Kafak Depot. You're coming out from, I don't know where you guys are on this map because I didn't prep for this. Hold on.
The Kayas. We're at 11. The Kayas. They misspelled it.
Move. Oh, I can't even select you guys. Why is that? I
don't know, I can select me.
Up here to 11.
Oh, wait, yeah. There we go.
I didn't add Michael, but Michael's with you. So you guys are making your way straight back towards Junker's Delight.
Yeah, I think so. I think we.
All right, before you even get close,
What is
You're-
Thassalon?
Sastalon?
Number 8.
Thassalon, number 8. Maybe we can ask the riddle about it.
Thassalon, as you walk past it, is a famous hair salon.
Salon.
That's a lot.
Yes.
Ooh, okay. That's good to
Is there a lot of people out?
Kind of like the Paul Mitchell school of hairstyle. It is actually late in the evening at this point. It is past. You know, the sun is still up, but it is waning. It's still hot. Like I said, 120 degrees. You guys are walking along, and
Love it.
you're not even halfway to Junker's Delight, and you hear a hiss from one of the alleyways.
Oh, no.
A hiss?
It's
Can
a
we roll
snake
perception?
person or
You
something.
don't even need to roll perception. No, it's Riddle,
It's-
and she waves at you from this random alleyway, and she weighs you down, and she kind of drags you down a couple of side streets and through, and then finally back through the agency's back door. So you're now inside of Junker's Delight, and she's very clearly pleased that Very 13 is still alive. And she tells you that like Joe Trulu's gang has been watching you and her and she prefers not to be beaten up again. And then, like, once inside, she looks both ways and she slams the door shut and locks it with 4 different locks. Riddle looks at Maekol with a little bit of confusion.
He's cool.
And she scans the rest of you. And when she gets to Vari's face kind of drops. And she apologizes, or they apologize to Riddle and say, like, I'm sorry. He died fighting for my life. He died a hero. And Riddle realizes that Lorgan is gone.
Oh, Lorgan.
She says, he was the best, loyal and strong, and I gotta send a message to his sister. Like, can you just tell these guys about your treasure? And she's clearly just over it. Like, she's happy that Vari's alive, but she's lost her last and most loyal guide.
Maekol, are you looking for a new job? If you don't want to join our crew, maybe Riddle could take you in. If you don't feel up to joining our cadre in the stars.
Here, there's an opening for a guide around car yards. You might fit the bill.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm kind of dead meat if I stick around here. But, like,
I hear you.
Nah, you're welcome to come with us.
if I can get some rest up, I could be useful.
All right, that's good. That's good. I think that would be great.
You are at a crossroads. We'll all rest up, yes. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Thaddeus.
Yeah, I will definitely rest.
Before we rest, Vari.
This is Rodu, by the way. He's a major asshole. Just heads up. But whatever.
Say again?
No, he's just informing. He's just giving, like, Maekol the scope, the scoop on everyone. That's
I
all.
would not listen to anything Thaddeus says. It's
Nah, don't listen to him.
cold, calculating, and misleading.
All right, asshole.
So you guys kind of get comfortable in Junker's Delight. Like I said, there's 3 desks there that are pretty dusty. They have each have a computer, and there's a chair on one side and a couple of chairs on the other. There's a couch over in the quote unquote lounge, which is only like a few feet away. Riddle is sitting at one desk, and Vari goes over and sits at another desk. And they say, like, of course, yes. First of all, let me thank you once again for rescuing me. I knew I chose correctly when I picked Riddle's agency to help me in my task. And Riddle hears this, and she starts to interrupt, but Vari waves their hand over, and no, don't be modest. Your employees are to be commended, and you, for your management. Riddle shrugs apologetically and lets it roll. Vari says, I am very sorry for your loss. Lorgan was a great man. And then they both fall silent for a minute.
He can rest easy. We have the watch.
And as you say that, Riddle nods, and she picks up the phone and starts dialing. And then Vari looks at all of you, including Maekol. I shared some of this with Riddle, but I think you should all know how I came to Akiton. As you may know, sometimes when we androids die, our mortal shell becomes home to a new soul. This is especially true if an android chooses to relinquish their life, but it also occurs if a body is relatively intact upon death. This was the case for one of my progenitors, Vari 8. They were an engineer aboard a scientific research vessel called the Stellar Flare in the years shortly after the gap. The crew engaged in experiments to develop a new source of power drawn from the then recently discovered drift. They believed that the technology similar to that of the drift engines could provide energy without the need for batteries. Unfortunately, Vari 8's research ended abruptly when an accident caused them to crash here on Akiton. And Vari 13 smiles as if they've just solved an ages-old mystery. Don't you see? If we can salvage some of the technology from the Stellar Flare, we we might be able to restart that research. It could change the galaxy. And that's our game.
That is pretty interesting.
Was just gonna cast or use sense motive.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, ye scallywags. Until next week, drift beacons and distant stars